All right, let's get this thing popping, man. What's up? It's the Vibe Show 97.9. We got an exclusive coming up tonight, man. We got the one and only August Rayne coming up. Y'all make sure y'all stay locked in, man. We got 1 minute before we about to jump this thing off. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody jumping on the live. We're going to get into a little bit of that Asia Star blockchain. Let's do it. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Let's go. Shout out to my girl Monica in the building. Y'all know nothing about that blockchain. It's going down. The one and only August Rayne coming up tonight. It's the Vibe Show 97.9.
Last year back against the ropes, now it's looking like a double dash. Moving coins in the wintertime, millionaires before the summer's up. Another meal before the sun is up. That's a fast transaction somersault. Boss up, no retail. Sell it back, that's a resale.
Shout out to my girl, Asia Star.
All praise to the black messiah. Candlestick in my black attire. I can help you go digital with the crypto nurse. You can't deny.
You ain't got that, you better go get it.
Big money, big bank, watch me double up. Big check, big flex, got my numbers.
What you call it?
Blockchain, 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 blockchain.
Let's go.
Big bang, summer, winter, fall. Told them once that I told them all. Don't catch you.
One and only.
We crypto stars to the moon and Mars. Amazing grace, I'm out of space. Passport.
August Rayne coming up.
Never listen to what a hater say. Never let it.
Shout out to my dog, AK Hall in the building. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Let's go.
See your numbers going insane. I run it up, run it up. Remember days where these niggas make fun of us. Fall asleep, waking up to them 20 bucks. You can't hate on my click, shit, we serious. All this money we see make you envious. Yeah, digital plot, digital stocks. We got a lot. Fuck all these niggas and fuck all these stocks.
Shout out to my girl 300 for life in the building. It's the Vibe Show 97.9.
Rolling with the rocks. I put the pedal metal on the cock. I'm never falling off.
August Rayne coming up tonight, man. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked in to the hottest in the game, the Vibe Show 97.9. Shout out to 300. 300, what up? Y'all know that last dance is coming out, man. Y'all better get ready.
You know my love is unattainable. I know you wanna stay with me, stay with me. How you gonna lay with me? That is not the question, do not play with me. Get away from me. Baby, when you come around, you suffocating me. I don't wanna.
Listen, man. We got the one and only August Rayne coming up tonight. Y'all make sure that y'all keep it locked in. It's going down. August Rayne, where you at, baby? Monica, what up? Shout out to everybody on the live, man. Put your city in the chat. Shout out to Teresa. What up?
You know what it is. Told you from the jump, but let me let you know again. You know my vibe is irreplaceable. You know my love is unattainable.
300 for life. Y'all know what the vibe is.
I know you wanna stay with me. Got it in your body, gonna lay with me.
August Rayne coming up. August, where you at, baby?
Baby, when you come around, you suffocating me.
Orlando in the building. 7 days a week, always working. Y'all know the vibe. Listen, man. Couple shout out to my dog, AK House. Shout out to 300. Shout out to Vibe Show Casper, Claire. Shout out to Latifah, Sasha Mercedes, Scar Nitty. Shout out to Jika Creative Studios and Gravity Level. What up?
My rib, my wife, my helper. We make a perfect team. We gotta stay together. Good, bad, just like Al Green. You're my best friend. I know I can count on you. You complete me, made for me.
This is how it should be. Whoa, whoa. Shout out to Royalty Duo. San Francisco in the building. August Rayne, where you at? Y'all know we always bringing them vibes, man. My guy, Scar Nitty in the building. Y'all already know what time it is.
You're my best friend. I know I can count on you to lead me. You complete me. This is how it should
What's up? What's up?
What's up? The one and only August Rayne is in the building. What up, Queen?
What's happening? How are
Wait,
you?
now we got to get the energy right now. We got to get the energy right. We've been waiting on you. What up, Queen? August Rayne in the building. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Okay. We gonna get it right. All right. So listen. Welcome to the Vibe Show 97.9. Listen, you this single now. We definitely got to talk about this single. The single is it's in the playlist now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm loving it. Now
Appreciate
I gotta
it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate that from me and the Vibe team. Definitely excited and got a lot of things I want to talk to you about. I got to get my screen right, though. Something ain't right. They ain't got me set up right here. Hold on. Let me lift this thing up. We don't get it right. Okay. Good. Now, this is right here. Now, you grew up in the church, which I could tell. You know them church singers now. I know them church singers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them church vocals. So talk to me about that, because you are from Little Rock,
Yes.
Arkansas.
Yep.
Talk to me about growing up in Arkansas.
Yeah, so Arkansas, like he says, I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. Grew up there my whole life. I just moved out in Orlando like a year ago, so I was born and raised in Arkansas. Being a church kid was kind of for my preacher's kids, you know how it is,
I already
just
know
growing
the
up
vibe.
being the preacher's kid, you know what I'm saying? It's an expectation, to be a certain way or whatever. But I love my roots. That's where I came from, God's foundation always. And I appreciate growing up in that environment because my roots, like that's where I'm from. Like that's how it gives me my purpose. That's how I found my purpose or whatever. And so yeah, that's how I grew up. I grew up in a church, and I've always been a church kid. I'll forever be a church kid. But yeah. So yeah, growing up as a church kid though, I did miss out on a lot of things. Because I'll be at Wednesday night Bible study or no, I can't go, I gotta go to church in the morning, I can't go, you know what I'm saying? So I
Right,
mean,
right. I
there
already
was
know.
always that piece, but I'm forever grateful for it now at my age. I definitely look back and I'm like, I'm glad that I grew up the way that I did, because got my head on straight, you know what I'm saying? So
Right. I was gonna ask you that because, you know, I know how it is when you growing up, with those restrictions and stuff like that on you or whatever. So, you know, my thing is this, which is good because you were protected from a lot of things as well. So
mhm.
I definitely think that that's awesome. The thing is, though, how were you able to be able to get off into the type of music that you like? Were you sneaking and listening to music? When you got a chance. Come on, talk to me now.
It's funny. Okay, so growing up, my parents only played like gospel on the radio. I didn't get a phone until like a phone that could play music until like high school. So like ninth grade. And so anytime that I was listening to any other music, it was just like kids in the hallways or like would put me on stuff like in middle school. But I didn't really start listening to my own music and realizing how much I love R&B until like ninth, 10th grade. So
Mm,
that's when I realized how much I actually really love R&B, like the Jasmine Sullivans, Brandy, and just like the greats in R&B. When I started to branch off, and actually listen to my own music when I was allowed to, and have
right.
my own phone or whatever. So that's when I started listening to my own music. It was a long time, but I guess I can say that's the only downside of it. But for me, I go back and listen to all that stuff that I missed out on. I listen to the early 2000s music, all the old school music. Like I'll listen to it because I'm like, I missed out on it. So I
Right.
gotta make sure that I can kind of keep up or have an idea of, okay, back in the day or the early 2000s is what everybody was rocking and listening to at my age, but I just didn't know at the time. But yeah, so that's when I really started listening to my own music.
Right. So basically, you basically was a student of the game. You know what
For
I mean?
sure.
And
Yeah.
still a student, with kind of, I wouldn't say being late to the party, but
Mhm.
because even singing in the church helped you to develop your skills. And I can tell
Yeah.
the cadence and the way that you deliver on those tracks. You can just
Mhm.
tell that you're seasoned with it, the way that you're putting it together. My thing is this
Mhm.
though. At what point would you say in your career that you decided that you wanted to actually take it serious and make a career out of being an artist?
I feel like most artists will say this, but honestly, ever since I was a kid, like I always loved music. I feel like there was no other career path for me, or that I ever, not that I can remember. My parents may tell you different, but like growing up, I feel like all the kids was, doctors, astronauts, whatever, firefighters, whatever. But I really just wanted to sing because I loved it so much. And I never really saw myself doing much else. I didn't start doing it as a profession, I guess you could say, until like a few years ago. But I've obviously been singing all my life since, I was a kid, singing up in the choir, in my uncle's church, in the kids choir, and so I've been singing for forever, but taking it seriously as a profession at my age in this genre is just happened a few years ago.
Right, right, right. I definitely get that. So, as far as like from the business side, because everybody have those hopes and dreams of one day becoming an artist or getting into business in some type of way. Um, Before I ask you this question too, as far as like your parents with coming from that type of structure,
Mm-hmm.
was there a conversation that was had or whatever as far as you wanting to, cross over and kind of go into the other side with the music or whatever?
Yeah, we've had we've had those conversations before. But my parents have never pressured me into doing anything that I didn't want to do. They never was like, oh, no, you don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? But they'll, have parents, as they should, be like, hey, you might not need to do that. But at the end of the day, I'm adult, so I do make my own decisions. But growing, not really growing up, but when I decided to take it seriously, they were never like, oh no, you can't do it. They've always supported me. If anything, it was me, you know, because in their professions and what they do, I didn't want, because they do support me, you know, they post about me all the time. I didn't want it to interfere with what their workplace, especially my mom, because she works for a non-profit organization. It's a Christian organization. And I was like, oh, mama, I don't know if you want to post that. Like, not,
Right.
and I'm not, you know, I'm not just out here doing whatever, but it's, you know, it's just different, you know what I'm saying? It's separated, and I never wanted her to feel like she had to. I was like, Mom, it's okay, because I know, you know what I'm saying, your job is very serious. And she was like, I don't know, it's da-da-da, you know, it's fine. And my pops is with whatever all the time, so he's at a point in
Right.
his life where he's just like, hey, I'm with it, you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever you do, you know, just make sure you stay true to you, you don't change, and, you know, don't be out here acting crazy, obviously. But if anything, it was me, it was my parents, and I'm so grateful for that, because they never pressured me into trying to go, oh, you need to sing gospel, you need to sing Christian. No, they never said that. They just supported me in everything that I did. So appreciative for them.
Right. You know, and that was the reason why I asked you that, because, you know, to be honest with you, it really is important with having that family support. You know, sometimes, you know, a lot of times they don't really see the vision down the road, or, you know, they might have another vision for you. So,
Right.
you know, I think that's really, really dope. And shout out to your parents for
That's my parents.
actually,
Got
you
my
know,
heart.
getting behind you, because you really, really have it. Now, from the business aspect of it, of course, you know, creating the music, when you're gifted with that talent, you know, that to me, that's the easy part. To
Right.
me, the hardest part is actually getting the business aspect of it together. Talk to me about the effort that you had to put in, as far as, you know, it's one thing to want to become a singer,
Right.
and become an artist in the business. But at the same time, when you actually start doing it, talk to me about, you know, some of the obstacles as far as getting everything together to where you actually got your business airtight to where, you know, you can actually get paid for your talent.
Right. I'm a be honest, I'm definitely in the process of really trying to understand like what I can bring to the table. I know I'm very new, but I do have a gift, as you stated. Like, I am gifted, and it's important to have that, you know, on lock. And I'm so grateful to Ashley. She probably on here, but she has taught me so much, and I've been learning so much from her. And anytime I'm, you know, about to do something or considering, she like, you need to do this, you need to do this, make sure you don't leave no money on the table. She always say that, no, don't leave no money on the table. And I'm very grateful to her. So shout out to Ashley. But she has really been schooling me on just definitely the business side of it, and how artists aren't as business savvy when it comes to this, because they just aren't. And I'm definitely trying to get into that place. I'm still very, very new. So I'm trying to make sure I get it down now. So I don't know everything, but I'm definitely trying to make sure I'm on my dotting on my I's, crossing on my T's, you know, making sure the business is right first before even moving forward to, you know, anything else. So
Yeah, I definitely get that, because that's really, really important. And you know, anything you might want to know, or information or anything like that, you know, just reach out. You know, you guys can reach out, and because
for
we
sure,
definitely
appreciate
want
you.
to make sure that you have that aspect of it all the way down tight, because, you know, in this business, it's a lion's den. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah,
jungle. If you don't
it
have
is.
it together, you know what I mean, you can really get taken fast. But there's so many different blueprints and examples of artists who paved the way, who made those mistakes, that we could always go back and reference the mistakes that they made to not make those same mistakes. So it
Right,
is important to stay tapped into the culture. The legends who paved the way, some of your influences or whatever, doing research on artists and their stories. I just think that that's so important in this
yes,
business.
it really
Talk to me
is.
about, I want to talk about this single, Stay
Yeah.
With Me.
Uh-huh.
I love it. Talk to me about the inspiration and what inspired you to actually put that together. I feel like it's coming from a personal place.
um Yeah, I guess you could say that a little bit. So when I recorded this in Atlanta with the producer, shout out Fantastic. He do all the production, but we did this in Atlanta, and I heard the beat, like the beat, and I was going back and forth on what I was wanting to talk about in it, but then I was like, I kind of just want to talk my stuff a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so so we did this. So everybody was, you know, throwing ideas around the room. Fantastic, Davion. Like we was all just like, okay, so we gonna put it like this, put it like this. So now you wanna stay with me, and it has like that old school, like it has such an old school vibe to it. And so when we got the chorus going, it was like, oh, like, yeah, this is dope. This is fire. And I was like, yeah, because, you know, sometimes you just got to let them know, you know what I'm saying? I know you want to stay, but, you know, so I just wanted to kind of talk, you know, talk a little bit stuff for all my ladies, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's really what that came about from, I guess.
That makes sense. So, you know, while we're talking about this single, can you announce this single? Let's give them a little taste of it.
Yes, so thank you guys, everybody. Shout out to the Vibe Show so much for having me. I'm so appreciative. And AK Hall, thank you so much, man. So this song you've been listening to is called Stay With Me. It is out on all platforms by your girl August Rayne. And yeah, let's get into it.
Absolutely. Let's get into it at stake. August Rayne. Y'all stop playing games, please. It's a vibe. Stop playing games. Let's go, August Rayne.
You never matter, girl, if I was a diamond in the rough, one of a kind. Checking for me, cause I know I'm your type. No.
Out now on all platforms. Let's go.
I can have you if I want you, but let it go. I can take your heart and make it like I want. I'll be a good girl, we're ruling your world, but I can show you how it was. You know my
Hot. It's hot.
You know my love is nothing above. I know you wanna stay with me, stay with me. You're not gonna lay with me. That is not the question you got paid for me. Get away from me, baby. When you come around, it's complicated. I don't wanna hurt your feelings. They go ooh, so I let you get away from me. You can't stay with me. Get away.
Vibe, baby. Y'all better go get that August Rayne. I'm telling you, it's a major vibe right now. Stop playing games exclusively on the Vibe Show 97.9. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
I don't need you never to get out of time. You always let me down every time. Cause you're not that guy. You know that feeling makes me frustrated. Just can't believe that can't be complicated. And now I wanna leave you jaded. Believe I'm being honest when I say this. You know what it is. I'm in trouble, let me let you know again.
Streaming on all platforms right now. Y'all make sure y'all go get that August Rayne. It's a vibe.
You know my love is unattainable.
August Rayne, jump back on there.
Stay with me. Got it on your mind, you're gonna lay with me. That's not the question you got paid. Don't get away. Baby, when you come around, you suffocating me. I don't wanna ooh, don't wanna hurt your feelings. We go ooh, you can't stay.
Shout out to everybody on the live right now showing major love. Let's go. August Rayne, jump back on there. I don't know what happened. Y'all know how this thing go. Big shout out to 300 for life. Exclusively on the Vibe Show 97.9, man.
Bad, that's not bad.
August Rayne dripped out on us. She ghosting us. Single.
Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Man.
That
Yo.
is my single, Stay With Me. It is out on every platform. Y'all go check it out. And yeah, link in my bio. I'll put on my story and everything. But yeah, appreciate y'all for the love.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You know what's so dope about this vibe right here, though? It's so dope because it gives me like it gives me a mix between that old vibe and that new vibe.
Yeah.
Was that like the aim? Because I'm telling you, like, I feel like this is a crossover to be able to grab the older folks along with the younger ones too. Was that the mission?
Um, I don't know if it was the mission like when we initially like did it, but when we put it out, we was realizing, paying attention to who was liking it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I feel like it kind of makes sense anyway because of the vibe that it give with that beat. And it wasn't the mission, but I'm glad because I need everybody. I want everybody to have a good time. I want everybody to enjoy it. So no matter the age, that don't matter. Just enjoy the song about. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah.
Right. So how did your parents feel about this vibe right here?
I
Were they
think
feeling it?
my folks they like this. This is my. I think
Like,
I'm trying to think of the two. I think they like this one the most, and that for the older crowd, they usually like this one more than the other one I dropped. But yeah, of the two, yeah, they like this song. They like it a lot. Yeah.
I love it. I'm not
Thank
gonna
you
lie.
so much. I
It's a
appreciate
major
it.
vibe, man. I'm not gonna lie. We got it in heavy rotation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
I
can also go
appreciate
and
y'all.
request that thing right now on the Vibe Show 97.9. Just go over there, go to that song request tab. You can type in August Rain or you can type in Stay With Me and it's gonna pop and y'all can run that thing up. You know what I'm saying? So now
Yes.
let me ask you this.
Yes.
Um, in this business, as a woman in this business,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's a male dominated business.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some of the things that you are doing as far as protecting yourself, because you know how this entertainment business go. If you are tapped in, you're an artist, you know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, things that you are doing to protect yourself as far as making sure that your team is tight. When you're going to different sessions and different things like that. Talk to me about your mental approach in this business, because you've heard stories and may have talked to different artists or different things like that who may have went through different experiences. Talk to
Yeah.
me about your mental approach.
For me, I would say like thankfully I've experienced I met some very great people and the people on my team, they always look out for me. And we always make sure ain't nothing funny going on. I guess I could say anytime people trying to work or anything, I always just try to keep it on the business, like every single time. And everybody who has tried to work with me has kept it that way, which I cannot explain how much I appreciate. Um, as far as when it comes to if that ever happens to me, how would I handle that? I could not tell you how I would handle that. I I try to be very kind to everybody. I don't really like confrontation and all that type of stuff. So
But
I
you got
can't
that
say how I
karate
will
stuff
handle
in you
it.
though. You got that
But
karate stuff in you though. It looked like you got that.
a little bit on my mama's side.
Yeah, yeah. That flash out button, you know what I'm saying? Like flash out button.
Yeah, yeah. But I would say that because of the people who are on my team, I know they're not gonna let nothing, crazy going on. They have my best interests at heart. Um, but I feel like, and I was watching another interview with another artist, Lotto, where she was talking about how she was trying to get something cleared for her album, and the man wasn't wanting to, he was a guy in the industry or whatever, but he was, acting funny because she didn't respond to a DM. And that
Right.
right there just says a lot. And it's tough, but it's just like she can't wait till she gets to the point where she's able to like really tell it what it is, how these men, some guys do just like don't want to keep it on the business, but I mean, it happens, unfortunately. My greatest protection is I stay prayed up always. So that's how I'm gonna just put it like that. But yeah, I guess that's how the best way I know for now to handle it. I can dead it as well. If we ain't gonna keep business, then ain't nothing else to keep talking about, just to keep it
Back.
moving. But yeah, that's how I figure I would handle that.
Some of your musical influences, some of the artists that inspire you and that you may want to potentially collab with.
This is a good one because I love talking about my inspirations because I'm always inspired. Brandy for sure. I love me some Brandy. Jasmine Sullivan, her is so gifted. She's just So talented. Let's see who else. Tori Kelly. I'm a major fan of Tori Kelly as well. I love like strong vocalists. But those are who I'm heavily inspired by. Now, my personal inspirations will always be like my cousins and everything, because I just grew up in the church, listening to them sing, just, and just sitting in the pew, like watching them sing, like wishing, that I was like, dang, I want to sound like them. But those are my inspirations that I would love to work with Brandy for sure. That's like number one. That's my girl.
Right.
The vocal
Shout out to the
box.
only 3 a.m. man. Appreciate that badge, man. I appreciate the love and support. Shout out to everybody that's on the live right now, showing my special guests so much love, the very lovely August Rayne. Let's do some shout outs right now. I know you got a good support system. You got fans and people that love and support you. Let's give them some roses. Let's give them their roses right now, man. A lot of
Let's
people
see.
holding you down.
Shout out to Ashley, because I know she's in here.
Shout out
My
to
talented 10th page. She's behind all of that. That's my girl. Shout out to my parents. I always gotta shout out my parents. Let me see who else in here. Oh, my aunt is in here. My aunt Nikki. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. She is a life coach now. Just got certified, doing her thing. Let's see who else is in here. Shout out to everybody in here, even people that I've never, seen before. Thank y'all for showing so much love. Shout out to my cousin. I see you,
them
girl.
hearts ain't stopping. Them hearts ain't stopping, August.
Yeah.
Come on, they showing love.
Yeah, and shout out to my cousin who just got on here. Miss you, girl. Yeah. Shout out to all y'all, all my family. I know they probably watching, and anybody who watching, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all need to know.
Now, a lot been going on as an artist, with COVID, amongst everything else that's going on in the world. Gas prices on top of the moon right now. I'm probably gonna have to give me a horse pretty soon. I'm gonna start riding a horse. I just don't know what's going on, but I've been looking at the prices on horses to see, because I'm probably gonna end up getting me one of them or a moped pretty soon if they go any more higher.
Yeah.
But talk to me about, things have been somewhat opening back up or whatever, but COVID is still out there. But and we definitely gotta send prayers out to the people over in Ukraine, man. All this stuff. There's just so much going on at one time or whatever. Mentally, talk to me how some of the adjustments and things that you've been making as far as moving safely, working in different studios and different things like that or whatever, just to stay safe.
Mm-hmm. I try to keep my mask on most of the time. I just when I'm in large crowds, I definitely have a mask on. But I'm vaccinated. What else can I say? And this has been like a very crazy time. And it's like, I know the world is opening back up. I know the cases will probably rise again. But when I say I just stay prayed up, I really do. And I got a praying mama. She don't play. She go pray. So, and I say it all the time because I'm so thankful for that. But as far as that, yeah, just really just trying to keep myself safe with that. Obviously, sanitizing, that's a no-brainer at that point. But yeah, just trying to stay masked up, trying to stay out of the space, stuff like that. But yeah.
Right. I gotta ask you this too. For matter of fact, before I ask you this, let's put out the social platforms and ways that people can connect with you if they're trying to work with you, need a hook, features, want to collab with you. Let's put all the ways that people can connect with you out there for me.
All right, so if you're ever trying to work with me, you can. I'm pretty good about answering DMs, so if that's your style for you, that works for me as well. My email for anything is business as well. It's augustraynemusic@gmail. Or you can hit up the talented 10th page, because that's also where businesses ran through. Let's see. For my social media, I'll just put that out there as well. You can just search me up, August Rayne, Rayne is Rayne. TikTok, Twitter, stuff like that. You can find me there. But yeah, if you need to work, just hit me up. We can get it happening. We can get it popping.
It could work.
Yes.
Definitely need to hear them vocals on some more work out here. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure
Yeah.
y'all get connected. Also too, you got 2 singles out right now. When can we expect the full length project?
I don't have a date for like, a full project, but I do have something else that is dropping very soon. Y'all gotta stay tuned for that. It's gonna be featuring a dope rapper. He's really dope. I'm
Now wait a
excited about
minute.
that one.
Wait a minute. Now. I know one thing, August. We better have the exclusive. Oh, I want it first. I love
The
exclusives over
exclusive.
here. That's all we want is exclusive.
I don't know if I should say. Ashley,
No,
can I
you ain't
say
gotta say
it?
it. You ain't gotta say it. I just know I don't want to hear it on another radio station. I want to be the one on there talking crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only one got it right now. It's not that, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I
Listen, we
want
gonna
y'all to
get
make
it.
sure we get that exclusive.
Yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get it popping. We gonna get it to you. But yeah, that is, y'all just stay tuned for that because that was gonna be so dope. I'm excited for that. That's all I can say about it. I don't want to say too much, but it's
Okay.
very, very coming sooner than soon. It'll be something out for that. No, like complete full project yet, but that it's also on the way as well. So
Okay, cool. We definitely gonna be looking forward to that. I'm gonna be hounding you down. Is it out yet? Are you about to
yeah,
I love my exclusive stuff. It makes me feel special. You know what I mean? I like my bragging rights. So you know what I
yeah,
mean? I got it first.
yeah.
So okay, so and can we expect the video to go along with we waiting?
Yeah, I should be having a video to probably one of the singles soon. Not sure which one we're gonna do yet, but that's coming soon too. Just stay tuned for all of it. Definitely gonna have something for one of the singles for one of them.
Okay. We definitely looking forward to that now, for real. Um
Yeah.
for anybody who may be trying to get in this game, thinking about getting in this game or whatever, um anything that what would you tell them as far as like words of inspiration or just to encourage them?
hmm the first thing that came to my mind when you said that was something that I saw is comparison is the thief of all joy. I feel like if everybody, we're all gifted, and this industry it's overly saturated, but nobody can bring what you're bringing. Nobody is you. I promise you, nobody can bring what you're bringing if you're being yourself, if you're being authentic. And that's something I constantly have to remind myself of as well, because the way it may look on social media is not real life all the time. I can't say it's never, but all the time it's not the same. So, people look like they're doing well off, and they could be, what I'm saying? That's no knock to them. But sometimes you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Be grateful for what you have and just use what you got. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get to the level where you have, more, and you'll be able to do more. But with what you got, use it to the fullest extent of it, and just put in the work to do it. Just put in the work and stay in your lane. Don't try to, I know every once in a while we feel like we got to go with the trend, or even sometimes we do got to go with the trend to get in or to get on, but individuality is so important. So I would just say, just don't compare yourself to nobody else. Stay in your own lane, keep doing your thing, and yeah, that's what I would
I love that. I love that.
say. Thank you.
For real. I love that. You're just so sweet, man. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? I like that. One thing I do want you to do is I want you to remain the person that you are right now. I want you to remain humble, because you're going to be getting those plaques and stuff, and you're going to be accepting these awards and doing these big, huge venues and stuff. I want you to always hold on to the essence of that, no matter how big you might get.
For
That's
sure.
going to take you far. And always stay connected with your fans and the people, because without the fans, you know what I mean? Don't never be one of those people who, you got all your supporters and fans that love you and support you, and then, you can't even. You got 4,000 comments, and you're too big in the clouds that you can't even shoot a mass blast text to everybody saying, "Hey guys, thank you so much for the birthday
Right.
wishes. Thank you so much for the congratulations on the project." I don't like people like that. I don't think that you could ever get that big as a celebrity or as a star to the point to where you can't thank your fans. You know what I'm saying? Especially if
Right.
you have the social media, you connected. I don't think that you ever could be that big. And if you are that big and that busy, you got enough bread to hire somebody to be able to make sure that they,
Something.
because you just never know how that would make a person's
A
day or how
person's
they
day.
feel.
Right.
If
Hmm.
you just, you know how that'll be if one of these big celebrities just said thank you to one person,
Hmm.
man, they might, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah.
just life changing for some people.
Yeah.
So, you know, I definitely, but I see that in you.
Yeah.
I see you doing that. You know what I mean? Just stay there. I'm gonna be keeping up. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Keeping up with you because sky's the limit for you.
Yeah.
I wanna thank you so much for coming on the show. And
Yes.
we want to wish you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing right now and everything that you're going to be doing in the future because sky's the limit for you, I'm telling you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Thank you, Bob Show, for having me. And AK Hall, of course. Just thank you so much. I appreciate it. This conversation was great. Y'all are dope. Yeah, and what you were saying about the support, that is 100% true because artists are nothing without people that can support them. So yeah, thank you so much though for having me on here. I really
Listen,
enjoyed it.
once you come on the Vibe Show, you know you're a part of the Vibe family. So you know you will be
Yeah,
coming back on here again and
yeah.
again and again and again, and we're gonna bring the awards when we come on here too. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Listen, we love you so much. Continued success. And I want to shout out everybody that was on the live show. My special guest, so much love, man. It's nothing but love in the building right now. We
Yeah.
love you, August. Be
Thank
sweet.
you. Thank you so much.
Shout out to everybody that was on the live, man. Shout out to my little brother, 3 a.m. Shout out to AK Hall. Shout out to 300. Shout out to Vibe Show Casper. Shout out to Claire, Latifah, Sasha Mercedes, Scar Nitty, Jacob Creative Studios, Gravity Level Productions, and everybody else who was on this live, who showed my special guest so much love, man. Y'all the real champions for real. 300 for life. Listen, man. I love y'all. If you are not following me, might as well go ahead and follow me. Might as well. You know what I'm saying? We the hottest. I love y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Be safe if you're moving around. And it don't matter if you got to put $5 worth of gas in your car. I don't know how far that's going to get you. But if that's all you can afford, and you just go ahead and put $5 in there. But might want to start looking into getting a horse or mopeds. They do have the mopeds. They riding them everywhere else. We might as well get us one too. I love y'all. I'm the one and only Kano the Don. I'm out of here.
Baby,